I think Breaking Bad is my second favorite.
What's your first?
What do you think?
Sex and the City. You look like a
Which
Sex and the City
season?
guy. I don't know. How many are there?
Like it seems like everything is pointing to new management and new ownership in Lucasfilm, but it's not happening. So I'm actually really curious to see what actually is going on over there and what they actually do
What's
think
happening?
and what Kathleen Kennedy's position actually is looking like, because I feel like everyone's saying so many things, and at this point it's like if it hasn't happened, it's not going to happen, and it's just clickbait at this point. So I'd like to actually know what the execs are actually thinking, if so many people seem to dislike Kathleen, or if that's just an agenda and it's a very small minority of people actually don't like Kathleen. But I don't think that's true. I think there's a lot of people that think that she's not running it the best as she should be, let alone caring as much as she should be.
I think I mean, obviously I made a video like saying I think she needs to
Oh, you did, dude?
She needs to step down at the end of the year.
I didn't know
I think
that,
because
dude.
her contract's up. Oh yeah, just click on the link right here and watch it. But
I'll just watch it right now.
I didn't realize her contract was almost
yeah, I think it's up this year. And then but I do want to give her some credit for learning from the mistakes of the sequel trilogy. It seems that she isn't as involved like in the creative process. Like look at The Mandalorian, she kind of like gave it to Favreau and Filoni and said like it's your show. And I think that like if she is going to stay in charge of Lucasfilm, I think that's the position she has to take. She has to delegate to the creatives and let the creatives handle it, like because they know what Star Wars is and what Star Wars should be, and you just can't meddle. And I hope she's learned that, because the last couple of years of Star Wars has been better. Like I will freely admit that.
Well, my follow-up question to you guys as filmmakers, you made a good point. Like, he's maybe not the best for the Star Wars universe. Who, in your guys' opinion, would you choose if you guys were if you guys were Kathleen Kennedy and you could appoint the next director who is going to have 3 movies?
Oh, fuck, dude. I don't.
Who would you choose and what would you want them to direct? And piggyback, if it does end up being Rian Johnson and we do have to have 3 more movies from him, what era would you tolerate? What would you want it to be? So if you could pick your own, who would it be? What's the content / era? And if it is Rian Johnson, what would make you want to watch it?
Okay. I'll start with if I could choose the next director one. But I would go with Vince Gilligan, Breaking Bad creator.
Ooh.
Because he literally everything he's done is incredible. Like, and I think that, I mean, I don't know if he's interested in Star Wars. Like I would have to know if he's like,
dude,
interested.
It would be a character-driven Star Wars film. Are you kidding me, bro? Dude, that doesn't exist anymore.
I feel
what
like
are you doing?
You do have to love Star Wars in some capacity, I think, in order to like truly make good Star Wars. So if he's not a fan of Star Wars, then I don't think I'd want him to. But if he's just like maybe a little bit more than a casual fan, I think he could, like Alex said, make a phenomenal character-driven Star Wars film or trilogy or series. I would love to see that. Like I've said this before, Breaking Bad's my favorite show of all time. I think Better Call Saul is superb, and I would love to see what he could do with the Star Wars brand.
It's very cool.
I think Breaking Bad is my second favorite.
What's your first?
What do you think?
Sex and the City. You look like a
Which
Sex
season?
and the City guy. I don't know. How many are there?
No, I actually haven't seen that.
I don't even know
I've seen the movies. I haven't seen that show.
For some reason, Lost came to mind, Alex. But I don't know if you've even
Lost was like something that my whole family would watch weekend after weekend. I remember for a while in my formative years.
I know what it is. It's Always Sunny, isn't it?
No,
Really?
comedy. Comedy
Okay.
shows like I derive like I don't know, like sci-fi or fantasy or like drama driven TV shows as better than comedy, because comedy is kind of like improv, and it's in its own separate category of good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like there's so much more that goes into making like a good drama filled, like immersive TV show as opposed to just making a funny TV show.
You can't pit The Office against Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you
They're
just can't do
very
it.
different. What's the streaming network of your favorite show?
I mean, if I say that, you're gonna know.
Is it Mandalorian?
No.
Like, is it from HBO?
I don't know.
Is it Amazon?
I don't know, dude.
Is it? It's not The Boys, is it?
That was gonna be my next guess.
Is it
All right.
The
You literally
Sopranos?
just said it, Kat.
Netflix? Or
Yeah, Netflix, the streaming platform.
is it
my
on
favorite.
Netflix? What did
No,
I just
no,
say?
you said it earlier.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones has been my favorite.
Wait,
Okay,
whoa!
dude,
We need to unpack this. Whoa. Okay,
Even
okay, okay.
season 7 and 8.
No, I separate those ones, but
Okay, so
the show on
neglecting
the whole
finale
is like one of the greatest things ever made. And I can't get over how many times I've seen it's like even the newest season, I've seen all of it so many times now. I've gotten past the whole like this is stupid part because I just watched just to watch it, but you know, I just think that that's how you make a TV show in that kind of fantasy genre. I think it was fucking perfect in
I'm
almost
honestly
every way.
stunned because I would expect you to like really shred into the finale and tear
Oh,
it
of course,
apart.
it's terrible, but that doesn't make up, that doesn't like completely discontinue everything that came prior. And
That's true.
And the characters in that show are just so good, dude. Like, I don't know, like it has your Darth Vader, it has like your Leia, it has everyone in it. You know, it literally has everything that you could have possibly wanted and more. And it's so vast, and it makes you feel like you're in this big new world, and it's just so fun, you know. And I look forward to if they ever do that series, because I think Amazon, or I don't know if it was Amazon.
House of the Dragon.
It's doing the Lord of the Rings, but I think they're also doing so I look forward to that too. But yeah, I think Game of Thrones is like the greatest show of all time.
I agree with that. I
really
think
close to Breaking Bad though. Like we're talking like you know, Game of Thrones like 9.4 or 5, and then Breaking Bad like 9.3, 9.2 kind of.
I think Breaking Bad's better, but I do think the first 6 seasons of Game of Thrones were very good, like almost on par with Breaking Bad.
I honestly don't mind season 7 that much.
I think it's, for me, like it's definitely not as bad as season 8, but the signs were there that it was decaying. Like
give an example.
You have, I think it was less episodes fewer episodes than the other seasons too, I think. So they started to have things happen too quickly, whereas like in the first 6 seasons they happened naturally, and you would like, they're like, if somebody was traveling, it would take like half a season for them to get where they were going, because that's how it was in those days. Like you had to ride your horse. But like they just get to places way quicker. Things happen too fast. And then they have like a lot of spectacle. Like they started having more spectacle. They started like John and his companions go beyond the wall and then fight like an unrealistic amount of undead off, and then Daenerys shows up and saves them, like things like that. It just started to turn into more of like an action fantasy instead of like a character driven dark fantasy, dark realistic kind of fantasy that it was. So yeah, but I did love the first 6 seasons. I thought they were incredible.
Which house did you guys identify with?
I guess Stark.
I like the Tyrells.
You look like a Stark boy.
Winter is coming.
Jon Snow.
I don't want it. Never have. She's my queen.
I was gonna say, dude, she's my queen.
She's my queen.
Yeah, probably House Tyrell for me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Rest in peace.
You'd be up there
literally
in Highgarden,
all of them.
Yeah, the whole house. Yeah. How about you?
Probably a Lannister.
I knew it.
Shit.
You incestuous pig.
Not quite that aspect. But
Not
The
quite.
power.
yeah, I'm all about kind of, I don't know, money, power, and family. So like if I have to cut throats to save my family, I fucking would any day. I always like building things and making things better. I don't know. I just like the aesthetic of their whole house too. Very, very clean, very rich, all that, shit.
Yeah.
Whereas Stark is like fucking grunge in the fucking snow. Like I
Living in
hate
the
the snow
dirt.
too. I fucking
I
hate
think that the House Lannister has like probably the best characters, like compared to any other house. Like Tyrion, Tywin, and Jaime and Cersei are all like S tier characters. Like they're all fantastic
Who's your favorite character?
in the show. Okay, so it was Tyrion for like the good parts of the show.
I feel like that's everyone's though.
Yeah, like, but because he was so good, like it's not, it was with reason. Followed, but like Jaime, if they didn't screw up Jaime's ending, I think it could have been Jaime. Like I hated the ending to Jaime's character.
Jaime's Anakin, dude. He's been my favorite forever.
Yeah, I love Jaime. I wish that they didn't have him go out the way he did.
Yeah, it was bad.
I wasn't too upset about it, honestly.
I mean, it really was fitting.
It makes sense.
I
It was just
guess.
cringe, is all.
I know it wasn't what we wanted, of course.
Yeah.
But when is that show the way you want it to turn out? Obviously.
I guess it's a good point.
Yeah.
It would have been really cool if he was the one to kill Daenerys.
Ooh. That would have been interesting.
I think I would have liked that a little bit more.
That's
and then
also in line
he
with his
survives.
character.
And Cersei dies, and I don't know, dude. Some at that point it was so weird. Like season 8 was the point where it's like, dude, does Jon have to die now? Like it was weird. I was in like this weird area where I was like, I feel like he's just so dumb now that he should just die. It was weird.
Yeah,
Like
It
it
almost
went from
seems like
like
he wanted to.
yeah, it went from like you're rooting for him like the entire show, and then at the one time when he needs you the most, we just vanish and we don't even want him to be a part of his ideology anymore, because he even saw what was going on. He knew when he was down there fighting. He was like, wait, what am I even doing right now? And it's good that he realized that, but at that point it's like, okay, now you're disconnected from him as a character. Now who are you rooting for? Jaime? And now Jaime is just weirdly going back to his roots, and it was weird. It was like, oh, okay. After all those trials and tribulations, you're just gonna go back to the very thing that was like fucking toxic as shit.
I think the character who got it the worst, hands down, is Daenerys. Like hands down. Like
don't even.
No, Tyrion. No, they did Tyrion way worse.
Okay,
Are
but
you
like
kidding me?
they at least they gradually made him worse. Like Daenerys was like, bam, like you're evil now. Like
yes.
it was horrible.
Or dirty.
Yeah, I know.
To the point where it's going to be physically difficult to rewatch the show, which I do want to do at some point, but it's going to be hard rewatching it, seeing her roots and her start and how powerful and how much you wanted to just root for her, and knowing how it ends and knowing like you just go down the toilet. That's it. That's what happens to you. I want to believe so badly in the theory though that Drogon took her to the place where they like reincarnate people,
right,
or like revive people. So I just hold on to that theory and try not to think about it.
I'm glad that they didn't get their Star Wars series.
I was gonna say, speaking of other series that didn't come to fruition.
Oh my god, dude, could you imagine? Fuck. Keanu Reeves would be in that one for sure.
Yeah. I think that they just failed because they didn't have, the actual makers' vision to carry them through to the end.
Yeah. I think they're great adapters.
Yeah.
But in the things that they haven't adapted have often flopped. So
maybe that's a sign. Alex, answer my prior question. If you could appoint a director to create a new trilogy, who would it be, and what era or what timeline?
I don't wanna.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
How rude.
Bro, I don't fucking know, man. I like, that's such a hard question. Like Like I hope to God I'm never in that position where I have to pick someone like that. I'd rather
I was
have
gonna
someone
say,
else
this
pick
isn't
it.
real life. It's
I
not
know,
real
but I'd
life.
rather have someone else pick it, and then I kind of weigh my decision based off of because like they know enough. Like Zach would be the one to make that decision, and then I'd weigh in on it. Like it wouldn't be like I'm gonna make the decision, and then Zach is like, you know what I mean? Like that's just kind of, at least in my position, because I don't know enough. I think directors. And
All right, so let me give you options, and these are gonna be not good. Like,
Is
okay,
Michael
I mean,
Bay one of them?
Tarantino would
I
be
was
good,
gonna
but
say Quentin Tarantino, Christopher Nolan, or
not
Michael
Christopher Nolan.
Bay.
Not Michael
Oh,
Bay.
God.
Not Michael Bay.
I would kill
Not even
myself.
Todd Phillips, dude. I can't stand some of his movies either. I think
What about Tim Burton?
That'd be weird.
I don't know.
it's like a stop motion or whatever puppet animation.
It's Coruscant.
Yeah. Oh God. I think if I were to pick those, I would choose Christopher Nolan. If it had to be a trilogy.
No, dude, I think he's too abstract. Like
they would give him the world between worlds and be like, do something with this.
Yes, he would have to do something.
Okay, that's like the only situation where I would see him doing that, because oh God damn. I feel like Star Wars is too like established and has too many rules for you to start being weird with it the way he does. He's weird with all of his movies, because I think a lot of the fandom just wants a simple like flick, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't have to be like a bad movie, but like, you know what I'm talking about, like simplistic, and it has the themes and it has all that shit, you know, and there's kind of like a rule of thumb. So like if you start straying from that and making it completely different, and like I think the only situation where I think it works was Rogue One, but that was because it was set in a time period where that did work. So I guess if you say Christopher Nolan during World Between Worlds bullshit, I guess that would make sense, even though most of what he does doesn't make sense. It's all hypothetical and you know, he's smoking in the back, afterthoughts, you know, high thoughts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would ever pick him.
Would you rather answer the other question, which is if we do have to face a Rian Johnson trilogy, what era would it have to be for you to be interested in watching? Although I feel like that's even harder. Alex is just like, no comment. You're allowed to answer too, Zach, if you have an idea.
What era?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if we absolutely have to. Yeah, this is hard.
I think I would have to go with something post sequel trilogy.
That's what I'm leaning to, because I think there were
no,
like
because I don't want to hate that. I don't want to hate that either.
I know, but you might hate whatever he does. So, but like,
what comes pre High Republic, or no? What comes pre Old Republic? What is before the Old Republic?
The oldest Republic.
Like the archaic.
Imagine if they give it in between Mandalorian season 2 and Force Awakens, and then he literally makes Luke a hermit that entire time.
My God.
And then we're just like, dude, fuck Star Wars.